We Irish have gone pet mad. Our dogs and cats have quite literally come in from the cold.
The first thing in the morning you wake up and you move your head, they're on top of you. And then they'll all kiss you in turn.
We're grooming them, dressing them, hiring others to walk them and even play with them.
So we do things like puzzles and games with them. We obviously have a lot of toys.
We've scoured the nation, and over the course of this series, we're going to look at the sometimes weird and always wonderful world of our people and their pets. Coming up on today's show, we're going to meet a group of cats who are learning to use the loo. We're also going to meet some super fit dogs getting ready for show. But first, we're in Kildare with one of Ireland's most fashionable couples, Martin Bailey and his fiancée Jennifer Duggan.
People see us with the dogs, they're like, who are they? They think we're rock stars.
Hidden away in County Kildare live Martin Bailey and his fiancée Jennifer Duggan. The couple live with 6 dogs, 5 Maltese and an old English sheepdog called Guapo.
A lot of kids have come up and I'm like, oh, don't touch them, because kids always have like dirty hands and stuff. I'm like, don't touch her.
And as if Martin and former Miss Ireland contestant Jennifer aren't glamorous enough, they have also invested in fashion for the dogs.
A huge range of little dresses. We got this for Mimi for her birthday, which was just February. It's a little tutu, gorgeous. And then she has some fur coats as well, and a pair of necklaces that we got in Newbridge Silverware. They did a range on for dogs as well, and she has these in all different colours. And then when she's going walking, she'll have her little leather jacket on. And then if it's raining, we'll put a little raincoat on them as well. So they have a coat for every different occasion. Rain, sunshine or whatever. Once they see the little dresses coming out, they're like, yay, we're going out. Mimi especially, when she sees her dress, she knows she's going out, she's going day, you know, but this little one now, she's more a little tomboy. She'll hide under the bed so I get her dress on her. She's more into the little trousers and hoodie. This little one is.
Martin's personal favourite is his old English sheepdog Guapo. And though they are relatively new to the world of competitive dog shows, they have started to rack up their fair share of rosettes and trophies. This year, he hopes to enter Guapo into Ireland's most prestigious dog competition.
This weekend, being like Patrick's weekend, we have a show on Saturday. There's a lot of prep for it, like getting Guapo ready. I'm optimistic, but I never have a problem with the ring. Once I bring him in, he always performs very well in the ring. I never have to worry about that. So I just have to hope that he does well on the day, and then maybe we can get another green star.
Standing in his way is Colm Hastings from Cork. Colm has 37 years' experience breeding and showing Old English sheepdogs.
It's a lazy man's way of exercising a dog. I bought it in England at Crufts. Remember with the really bad weather we had, we couldn't bring the boys out, like. This guy burns it up, like, so he needs the exercise. So if it's lashing rain outside, bring him down here and throw him up in it. And it's a handy place to have a sneaky smoke as well, because I'm banned from smoking in the house. So they'd sit down here and give them all 15 minutes each. 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. In other words, like, you're manicuring the muscles of the dog, which shows when he's moving, when you're showing him in the ring. Plus, it gets him into a natural gait. You see the way he's going there now? He's not running, he's not walking. That's his natural gait. So that's how he would naturally move. But no, I would stay with him. I'd never leave him up on a treadmill unaccompanied. He'd operate freely on his own. But unfortunately, he doesn't know how to switch it off. So I have to do that for him. All right, buddy?
But Colm's advantage isn't just the treadmill. He is also a professional dog groomer.
This is Vicky. She comes from Ohio. I want to bring in the American line to mix it with our own European lines to develop a style of Old English sheepdog that I call the Mid-Atlantic Old English sheepdog. It's the best of both worlds, best of American and the best of European. Well, it's a sport because it's a competition. One competitor competing against another competitor. Equally, it's a science because people are balancing everything up like I would. And then you've grooming. So is it art? Is it science? Well, put the whole lot together, and then competition has to be a sport. in one way. You could also say it's a beauty pageant, for want of a better word, even though I don't like to sound like myself. But it is substance combined with elegance. But I mean, the reality is, like, you just give your best shot. That's all you can do.
The Irish Kennel Club Celtic Winners All Breed Championships are taking place in Dublin.
Oh, it's a fantastic place to look around. It's all age groups, all aspects of society is here. It's a family game. Everyone's welcome. It's a sport. And, you know, it's a great day out. It's a great family day out. And it's very reasonable price as well. It's a very inexpensive hobby.
This is a qualifying competition for crufts, so competition is tight and the dogs and their owners are nervous. Relative newcomers to the world of dog shows are Martin Bailey and his Old English sheepdog Guapo. They have been preparing throughout the night for today's competition.
I was up till 4:30 this morning. I got to bed and I got up at 5:30, so I've had an hour's sleep. And I groomed yesterday from about 12 o'clock. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of coats, so there's very few people who put the work in to get a coat keep it this standard. And I started showing him, not knowing anything about showing, and I brought him to the show and the guy said, do a triangle. I had no idea what it was. And so I've done some lessons and I learned, and he's done quite well. He's Irish champion, international champion.
In Martin's way stands Colm Hastings from Cork, whose bitch, Vicky, also wants to become Old English Sheepdog Best in Breed. Vicky has travelled all the way from America, and for her, competing in the All-Ireland Dog Show is like having her very own Rose of Tralee competition.
We made up some of the top winning dogs in Ireland. I had the top winning dog in America, Old English Sheepdog in America last year, which is no mean feat, considering I was still in Ireland and the dog was winning in America. So we've done very well, and we've bred many champions as well, and made some fantastic friends. That's the most important thing.
Vicky will be competing against other bitches before she can qualify for Best in Breed. First up, however, are the dogs. And it's time to go for Martin and Guapo.
The dog I'm up against is quite a big dog. It's quite a young dog, it's quite a big dog. So he's been beaten quite a lot by this big dog. But it depends, he's a good mover and he's the right requirement for an Old English Sheepdog. He's the breed standard to perfection. He has all the right characteristics of the dog. He looks well, pigmentation is good. So he's done very well, as I say. He's Irish champion and international champion as well. Once he gets foot in the ring, he's usually excellent. The only problem I ever have with him is keeping his head up. It should be at the level that they're allowed to hang their head down when they're running. So I do put a clip in just to make sure he has eye vision, because lots of time he runs around without vision. Like, he'll run around blind, but the head tends to go a little bit close to the ground. But he'll go on my command, like, so typically I say left and right, and he'll go left and right, because I've taught him to. Most of the time running around the ring, I'll go left, 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 and he'll keep going. And then I'll say stop and stay, and he'll stop and stay. Then once he's standing there and I'm back calming him, you know, have a bit of time, he's great, he'll do whatever.
The judges have assessed the dogs and the scores are in. Unfortunately, Guapo has come second. For Martin, however, he is still a winner.
I'm chuffed with it because the dog that's beaten him is a much bigger dog. He's a very big dog. He probably beat the other dog on movement, but a lot of people like a bigger dog. Now, he's breed standard, but you can go bigger, like, you know. So it's very hard to beat a bigger dog unless, you know, if you're a specialist and they're looking for movement over size and, you know, shape and mouth and texture of the coat and stuff like that. But the people that I'm showing against have won are 37 years showing Old English. I'm just 4. So, like, you know, it's even to come second against them is amazing. But I enjoy it. That's the most important thing. And if he doesn't get first or second, I'm not bothered by it. You know, the dog at the end of the day is the pet. I love him, but if he does well at show, I'm grateful. But it's not, you know, the be and end all of everything.
Tension is rising amongst the bitches, and rising star Vicky and her owner Colm are feeling nervous.
Of course you'd be nervous. It's like any other sport. You want to perform, and you hope the dog goes well.
Thankfully for Colm, Vicky rises to the occasion, not only winning Best Bitch, but Best in Breed in the sheepdog section. Now her sights are set on Best in Show.
I got a 10-to-1 shot. Those odds are significantly better when I started this morning. So that I was 1,000-to-1 before I came. So I'm now down to 10-to-1. I take that at the end of the day. There will be really 10 cracker dogs in there, so you can't dispute it. Whoever will win it will deserve it, in the judge's opinion. But hopefully, it'll be me.
Back at the Irish Kennel Club All-Breed Championships in Dublin, Colm Hastings and his Old English sheepdog Vicky have won Best in Breed, defeating arch-rivals Martin Bailey and Guapo. Martin, however, has another trick up his sleeve and hopes that Maltese New York will allow him to win Best in Show through the back door.
My first dog ever I bought for my fiancée 9 years ago, and it was just as a pet, and it was Maltese. She wanted a white dog. So we searched for a couple of litters to get a bitch dog, a female dog, and we got her. So we had her as a pet, and I'd like in the shower, but my girlfriend didn't want her shown ever. So just 3 years ago, I got a stud from a lady from the UK, and we got 3 boys, and we kept them all because you couldn't decide which one to sell. So we showed the 3 of them at the start, but they're all in the same class, they're all the same age. So it's very hard to focus on one. So I focus on this guy because the lady from the UK said he's the best coat. So he's been doing very well for me at the moment. He's 6 green stars, so he's just 1 away from Irish champion dog. And I'm new to Maltese, as I say. I'm only showing him 3 years now. The last show we done was the 27th of December last year, so he actually hasn't been out and about shows for a while. So when I brought him to Crufts this year, he actually backed away from the judge, a bit nervous. So I'm worried that he might today, so I won't know if he'll actually go in the ring, and depending on how the judge is. So we'll see today, hopefully he will.
Finally, it is time for Martin and New York to hit the floor. It's no wonder New York is nervous of the judges, and unfortunately, it's another second for Martin.
A little bit nervous in the ring, actually. He's not usually as nervous as he was. Even his movement was a little bit off. At Crufts, he was a little bit nervous as well. It just depends. I'll probably have to bring him, just get a few more people to go over him just to make sure he's okay. Well, last year he was flying it.
New York is getting ready for the long journey home. Undeterred by his second place, what he really craves is a wee.
I usually wrap him every day, and it takes me I have it down to about an hour now, which is good. And that's the whole coat, every part of it up off the ground. Then the dog can run around and have a life, and it can go and play in the garden, it can wee, no problem. He weed about 4 o'clock this morning, but if I let him down now, he would wee, but he's very good at holding, so he'll hold on till he's out of the ring, and then I will wrap his coat, and then he can do whatever he wants to do. So I'd say as soon as he gets outside now, as soon as he gets a scent of a wee, he'll cock his leg and he'll be up there for a few minutes, I'd say. I haven't timed it, but it's a good long time. Good boy, hey.
Meanwhile, back in the main ring, Cork dog groomer Colm Hastings and his Old English sheepdog Vicky are hoping to be crowned Best in Show.
Every dog has a breed standard. That's what identifies its type, right, for want of a better word. So the judge is assessing the dogs against the breed standard, and they're comparing which dog is the closest to the breed standard in the judge's opinion. So that's how it's done in the breed. Then in the group, it's the same pattern. So the judge-elect will decide which is the best dog to represent whichever group. And then the Best in Show judge, which is a very highly qualified judge, will judge then who she or he decides is the best dog here today. Last one standing, really. You know? So, I mean, that's it, like, in a nutshell. And, you're as good as your last win. That's it.
Dog shows can be incredibly competitive, and Colm is renowned for playing a strongly psychological game against other breeders.
Your fly's open, Ross.
But as I say, in any sport, people are the same. Any sport you go to, there's dirty tricks and whatever and stuff like that. That's why Colm calls it a sport.
In every game, there's some sort of sportsmanship, but not really in dogs. In dogs, it really does come down to how good the dog is at the end of the day.
Colm and Vicky have time for some last-minute preparations. Thankfully, only one hairbrush is needed.
Best in Show, 2014 Celtic winners is Mini Snouter. Reserve Best in Show is an Old English sheepdog.
Vicky has come second and is now one step closer to her dream of competing at Crufts.
Well pleased with that now, lads. Well pleased with that. Of course I'm happy. It's brilliant, Rock and roll. Bring it on, I'm thrilled. Mother of God, you saw the quality of the dogs there. Brilliant result. Brilliant. Fantastic. I'm well pleased with it. Well pleased. Showed well. You see it yourself, You see it yourself, It's a good old game, like. Close, Let's be honest, when I first got into dogs, I often questioned how it led to this amount of travelling, and I certainly didn't think when I bought my first one, this is where I'd be. Like, great opportunity to see the world, great opportunity to meet various people on their patch and share our common denominator, which is their love of dogs and their love of the sport. I mean, there's winners and there's losers. Some days you win, some days you don't. So you can make your own mind up on whether you think that particular judge was an expert or not.
We Irish have gone pet mad. Our dogs and cats have quite literally come in from the cold.
The first thing in the morning, you wake up and you move your head, they're on top of you. And then they'll all kiss you in turn.
We're grooming them, dressing them, hiring others to walk them and even play with them.
So we do things like puzzles and games with them. We obviously have a lot of toys.
We've scoured the nation, and over the course of this series, we're going to look at the sometimes weird and always wonderful world of our people and their pets. Coming up on Pet Island, it's 5-star treatment for some of Ireland's most glamorous pets. We meet Ireland's body beautiful budgies and the heartwarming story of 3-year-old Brianna and super dog Charlie.
Come on, Brianna. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Charlie.
In Kildare, Martin Bailey and his fiancée Jennifer Duggan are planning a trip away to a luxury hotel.
And we find it very hard to get anywhere that actually take the dogs in and that, like, you know, accommodate the dogs well, and you can bring them into the room and stuff like that, not leave them in the car. So we'd never leave our dogs in the car. So we're going to head off to Donegal now, just for a couple of days, bring the dogs with us, just for a nice little break for the couple of days. I'll probably bring 3 of the dogs with us and see how we go, have a good time.
They require pet-friendly accommodation and have organised to stay at Castle Loch-esque in Donegal.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
How are you? Hi, what's the name?
Martin Bailey.
New York.
New York.
There you go. There you go. I'm just going to leave you with one of our colleagues to escort you up to the room with your luggage.
Brilliant, that's great.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Having settled into their suite, Martin and Jennifer enjoy some afternoon tea.
Cheers twice again.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's really enough for 4 people, isn't it? Like, would you eat like a cake, a shot glass dessert, a tart and a toffee, and a scone and 4 or 5 sandwiches?
You would.
Thanks.
Meanwhile, Guapo, New York and Millie are taken out for a nature walk by the hotel's resident dog walkers. You don't see these sorts of dogs too often in Donegal, but the walkers soon show them that there is a welcome in the mist.
We all love the dogs. We all take part in walking them and looking after them all the time. We just love doing the dog walking. This is lovely to be able to walk different type of dogs. They're lovely.
Meanwhile, Martin and Jennifer decide to take this time away from the dogs to pamper themselves.
Have you had a pedicure before?
No, first time.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
You enjoying your stay?
It's lovely, yeah. It's really relaxing, a nice place. And it's good that now that we're here, the dogs are being walked, so, you know, we don't have to worry about them. They're in good hands, they're being looked after while we're sitting here being pampered.
Relaxed time as well.
Yeah, because I'm so used to doing the dogs grooming, I actually don't get much time to your own.
So how old are they now at this stage?
Wapo was 5 on the 1st of May. Millie, the little girl, she's 4. And then we have Mimi, which she's 9. And then she has 3 boys, which are 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good. And do you think you'll ever have any more or get any more, or do you think that's enough for...
No, I'd love more Maltese.
Would
Yeah, I would. A house full of them I'd love.
Back in Donegal, Martin and Jennifer are continuing to enjoy their pet-friendly holiday. Loch-esque offers a complimentary vet's visit as part of their service, and Martin has decided to take Maltese Millie for a checkup.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you? This is Millie.
Good, it is, yeah, this is Millie, yeah.
Ooh, I love the bag. It's something
Cheers.
different.
It is, yeah. My fiance actually bought it for. She wanted a Louis Vuitton bag, but it's actually great because we carry around everywhere in it, and she goes out with us.
Do you mind me asking how much it was?
No, not at all. Actually, it was €1,300.
Wow.
Wow, expensive dog bag. But we've had it for 9 years, and it's been great. So it's paid for itself, really.
It's a bit of a fashion accessory too.
It is a fashion accessory to her, all right, yeah, because it's Louis Vuitton, and of course she paid for herself, which is a good thing.
Lovely.
This is Millie. She'll probably pop her head out.
Hello, Miss. Look at you. She likes it, I think, anyway, isn't she?
Yeah, she likes the bag, all right. She's comfy in there, yeah.
Grand. So she's just in for a health check today, isn't she?
Yeah, just check her over, yeah. We're just up visiting, so
yeah.
we'll check her over when we're up here. No.
No. Hi, Millie.
Oh, she's there.
Oh, that's the pet. So what age is Millie?
Millie's 4.5. She's almost 5.
Millie pet. And how's her appetite and things?
Good, yeah, great appetite, yeah. We're feeding her fresh at the moment. We do have some dry food, but basically we're putting on fresh food now, and they're all doing very well on it.
That's the good girl.
She has an undershot jaw, so you'll see now as you see. Just.
No. Yeah, she has a little bit of calculus on the teeth as well, a little bit of gum disease starting there. But she'd be a dog I would recommend even getting in for a routine like dental treatment, just to remove some of that tartar from the teeth.
And you do that by putting them under anaesthetic
Yeah,
now?
under anaesthetic, and then we just kind of take off the calculus, scale and polish, similar to what your own dentist does, and then it kind of gets it back to.
See, Jennifer wouldn't have her put in her anaesthetic because we've had Mimi done twice. She doesn't like the idea of it because it's risky.
With risk. Well, I mean, there are always certain risks, especially as they get older, there are more risks. But just for her own health benefits, it might be nice to do. And
like for the quality of our lifestyle, it would be better to get our teeth clean. You think?
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting because I'll actually persuade Jennifer now to bring her along and get her done. So
yeah.
So she's okay and everything's okay.
That's it. No problems with her other than just maybe the teeth to get sorted. But that's it. She can put her clothes back on now, Martin.
Oh, good girl. Now. Queen Bee, this is correct because she's the boss in the house. That's it, Liz. Say bye-bye to Laura.
Hey, bye, Millie.
Visiting the vets has reminded Martin and Jennifer that their dogs won't live forever and that one day they will have to cope with losing them.
I don't know the feeling because I've never lost a dog. Jennifer's lost a cat, so that was quite bad.
It's heartbreaking. I still think about it now. I still have her collar that she wore in a little box and everything. It's just absolutely horrible.
The night she died, we actually kept her in the bed with us till the next day before we buried her. But it'd be heartbreaking to lose them, especially these, because these are my babies. So, and you can see, like, all they want is a cuddle and a bit of attention, and they're happy. I guess it's just like really children to us.
But would Martin and Jennifer ever consider having their own children?
I think if it happens naturally, it happens, but it's not rare. She's like, it's not happening naturally.
I prefer the dogs, yeah, totally. I haven't got the patience for children. Just, no.
Yeah, but I think it's easy to say that because you haven't had a child. Like, it's easy to say you'd never love anything more than your cat, but then you have a dog and you love the dog more than the cat.
No, I can say I wouldn't like a child.
But I think actually if you produce like a child yourself, it's a total different feeling, so you wouldn't know what the feeling's like until you actually have it. Isn't that right, babes?
Oh, I sure wouldn't want one. No.
Back in Donegal, and the walk in the forest has caused a grooming emergency for New York.
There's a bit of greenery in here, and this one, just a little bit of stuff from the forest.
New York's hair is his life, and in order to protect it, he needs to get it put in wraps ASAP. Thankfully, the hotel have a trained groomer in place for such emergencies. This is Groomer Eeyore, Donegal style.
Can I help you?
I think it'd be okay for a sec, yeah. So I'm just going to section a piece of the coat.
Okay. So you start at the top and then you work to the bottom?
Now sometimes I'll wrap them to one side, so the breakage from the wraps will be underneath the top line when you're showing them?
Yes. So you would keep him wrapped and then you take the wraps out, how often, and brush him?
I take the wraps out every single day.
Every day,
put them
brush
back
him,
in.
put them back in?
Yeah.
Is this similar to getting the hairlights in your hair?
It would be, that's what Jennifer just say, my fiance would say, like, it's like highlights, and then I'll wrap once, twice, 3 times, and I'll stick a band on.
Fix for a band. Does this help with the hygiene aspect of letting the dog go to the toilet and he's not kind of peeing on his hair?
Definitely, yeah. I'll wrap him every section of the coat, and he'll actually be able to wee them without damaging any part of the coat.
Yeah.
And the same with doing poo at the back.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that I don't get the hair caught in a wrap. It's happened once or twice where I've wrapped over and it's hard for them to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I usually make sure all the areas are clear. Okay, that's it done now. Let's sit ready.
Time has flown for Martin, Jennifer and the dogs, and it's time for them to return home.
Probably the first time I relaxed in quite a while, because normally we're grooming the dogs and feeding the dogs and looking after the dogs. So it was great to just come here and relax and have somebody take them off us and bring them up and bring them for a walk, and we could just relax in the spa.
Get my nails done, yeah?
Yeah, and I've never had a pedicure. It's not something I've even thought of, but it was actually quite relaxing. I feel quite relaxed now after having it done.
Yeah, I love having the dogs with me, so I'm more relaxed. Where if I didn't have them, I'd be stressing about where are they okay and everything. So yeah, it was great having them with me.
So now, did you enjoy it? Did you? Yes. Good girl.
We Irish have gone pet mad. Our dogs and cats have quite literally come in from the cold.
The first thing in the morning, you wake up and you move your head, they're on top of you. And then they'll all kiss you in turn.
We're grooming them, dressing them, hiring others to walk them and even play with them.
So we do things like puzzles and games with them. We obviously have a lot of toys.
We've scoured the nation, and over the course of this series, we're going to look at the sometimes weird and always wonderful world of our people and their pets. Coming up on Pet Island, we're at the Dog Expo in Dublin.
Oh, hello, gorgeous. Hello, Sherlock. Oh, they get a kiss and all.
Finding out about the work of a cat midwife.
I was Julie's kittens yesterday.
And meeting the cutest things to have ever existed, African pygmy hedgehogs.
Off you go.
We've arrived at Ireland's biggest dog event, the St. Patrick's Day Dog Expo. The Expo is a celebration of all things weird and wonderful about dogs, and includes such comic capers as doggy dancing, best trick competitions, and even fancy dress. It is also a momentous day for Pet Island regulars Martin Bailey and his fiancée Jennifer Duggan, who see it as an opportunity to mingle with other dog lovers.
It's great to meet the people, because this is where the best place to be is to meet the people, because the people are lovely, and a lot of them come along and they don't have like pedigree dogs, but that doesn't matter. A dog's a dog, and it's good to give them tips on how to look after the dog and, you know, what food to give and how to groom and so on.
Martin is an expert on the Old English sheepdog, a breed he has been fascinated by since childhood.
The first thing I see in Old English, I spot him a mile away. I've been known to get out of the car and just run after people, and they kind of look at me and I'm saying, no, it's okay, I have Old English at home. And they're kind of a bit curious of me. I stopped a lady one day, I was in the van, and I'm sure she thought I was going to take her dog, but I just wanted to see it and rub it. For me, first off, it was always a Dulux dog I wanted, and it must come from the ads when I was a child. It was always one of these I wanted. But people put me off a lot of times by saying they need a lot of walking and they need to have a lot of land, and it's not necessarily true, because I don't walk in that much, actually, just around the block. They like to lie in front of the TV and actually watch TV and stuff. So they're not a big exercise dog. You don't have to exercise them a lot.
First up is the Waggiest Tail competition, and Waggy Tail expert Martin has been called in to judge.
Well, I go with what I like, you know, so I'll probably go with something that looks good and probably have a good personality. So it won't be like professionally, it won't be looking at teeth or mouth or anything like that. It's just going to be looking at a dog that is a bit of fun. The whole day it's about that. It's about, like, you know, having fun. Come along, bring your dog. No idea what way it's going to go, but we'd see the dog that wins mightn't have to wag his tail, but might have a good personality. Hello, what's your name?
Lily.
Lily, and what's your dog's name?
Sherlock.
Sherlock. That's a lovely name.
Oh, hello, gorgeous. Hello, Sherlock. Oh, they get a kiss and all.
And it has a waggy tail, does it?
Yeah.
Right, will you run him for me now up the top of the ring and back? Hey, that's it. He's gorgeous. That's it, get him excited, that's it, yeah. Excellent, very well done, girl, that's great. Well, let's get the tails moving, I want to see who's excited.
Come on, lads, get those tails wagging.
Yeah, well done, congratulations, you've got first place for Waggy's tail. Make the tail wag like mad, get her excited. Now we have to give you second place, okay? Third place. Keep the tail wagging for me, come on over here to the seat.
Thank you very much.
the tail move, that's the main thing.
Thank you.
Well done, just take your place there over in fourth. Let's see them go around now together. If you go with first, second, third and fourth, just get their tails wagging, okay? That's it, go ahead, you can go in front, it's okay. The winner was the Shih Tzu, of course. It was very lively, lovely temper when it was up close to me, and then the tail was quite bushy tail, so it was nice on the move. So that's why I was looking at wagging his tail, so that was a nice mover. The little one that came second, the Chihuahua, was such a short tail and so little movement. It was so exciting to see. But what can you do? And it's so hard to judge them all, and you'd like to give all the kids something, because it's disheartening for someone not to do well. But I think that a lot of them are entered in different classes, so I hope that they do well during the day. We'll see you the next one, yeah?